What's up? How you doing? Today, new day, new me. Not really, but yeah. New day, new wild basics. How you guys doing today? It's your boy Control. Today we're going to talk about Kingsbane Rogue. It's a deck that has changed a lot. Yeah, it's one of the few decks in WoW that's actually changed a lot over the years. Specifically because of one big nerf and then another big nerf. First big nerf, boom, Leeching Poison. This card used to give your weapon permanent lifesteal, which made the old Kingsbane Rogue centered around cards like my good old buddy Cold Light Oracle. Not Cold Blood, Cold Light Oracle. Yeah, you play like a mill game plan. This is a really good anti-control deck previously. It still is like pretty good anti-control deck because it just kind of kills people. But it used to be like the premier anti-control deck. You would go to fatigue almost every game. You could run gang ups in your deck, all that kind of good stuff. It was really mill rogue with a very solid win condition, kind of, is what I would call it. It was decent. Better than decent, actually. It was definitely a tier 1 deck that did deserve a nerf, I guess. Because Leeching Poison plus Kingsbane. A lot of the wild cards is a little bit too much to deal with. I'm talking like Deadly, Oil. You know, you got your Goblin Auto Barbers, those kind of things. A little bit too strong. Next iteration of the deck, basically the same thing as this. Big differences being, well, this was arguably the best deck in the game as well when it was strong. Problem being, Blizzard decided to nerf Prep, Evil Miscreant, and Raiding Party all in the same patch, which kind of made this deck go from being really good to kind of not too good. It made its play drop from being extremely high to almost non-existent. Not too many people still play. I would say that this list is basically just core. I've seen people try to run counterfeit coins. Those are okay. They're not great. They really make up for how bad Rogue can be on the play, because you can't activate your combos like Miscreant on turn 2 or turn 3 usually. To wait a little bit longer. But Prep nerf hurt this deck a lot because, you know, Prep plus Raiding Party now 2 mana. Prep nerf in general hurt Rogue a lot. It really feels bad. I played Gadgetzan Rogue a little bit, like Miracle Rogue, and you guys probably noticed in that video Prep nerf hurt a lot. I think a couple times we would have had lethal if Prep was able to discount cards by 3. But that's the way it goes. Anyways, this deck is pretty similar to something I'd say like Pirate Warrior. You try and buff up weapons and hit them in the head. But the weapon you buff up is always the same. Some of the more interesting lines to take with this deck are when you actually don't draw Kingsbane and you just have to buff up a regular dagger and try to kill decks like, say, Even Lock over 2 turns. But overall, I'd say it's a pretty high skill cap deck, especially now that, I mean, 3 of the best cards in the deck have been nerfed. Like Prep, Raiding Party, and Miscreant all got nerfed, so that makes it even harder to do well with. So we'll jam some games, see how it goes, and hopefully I can teach you guys a thing or two, because I think decks like this in Pirate Warrior, when you look at them, seem really easy, but I think there's actually quite a lot of depth to them, and it might seem as easy as just like, I don't know, Buccaneer turn 1, Shiny Finder turn 2, turn 3, play your weapon and double Deadly Poison, go face, but oftentimes it's a lot harder than that, and decisions you might not normally make might actually end up increasing your win rate significantly. So it's like an okay intro. Let's hop into some gameplay and see if we can make some magic happen. Also, we did our first concede down this season. I got to rank 1 5 stars yesterday, and I started conceding. I didn't go all the way down to rank 3 3 stars. Definitely increase your win rate significantly. Could probably Secret Mage. I wonder if you can keep this still. Probably just try to high roll Prep. We have weapon already. That's good then. That's good mid-game card. Dread's not bad. We don't get to play it on curve though. It's like a turn 4 play maybe. How does Big Priest do versus Snip Snap in Mech Paladin? Not very well. Big Priest doesn't do very well at all right now. It's not very strong. I could play Shiny Finder and give him a ping on curve, or I could play Cannon and not give him a ping on curve. Cannon just seems like a better play. Even into like second Arcanologist, we just go like Shiny Finder, trade, and then like, that's fine, right? There's not really an issue with that play at all. I get Prep, which is pretty good. I feel like prepping the raiding party just makes more sense than anything else here. So we just test this first. Okay, cool. Buccaneer, Naga, and Kingsbane. If I just play this now, he's just gonna ping it. Holding this for a long time doesn't seem that good though at the same time. It's like one of those. My next turn's probably just Naga, get it triggered by explosive runes. I don't think he just jam a Flame Ward here. It doesn't make any sense at all, right? So it's explosive. So do I ever want to trigger this with explosive? Probably not, because then I don't have a good turn next turn. This is basically just 4 mana, take 2 damage, buff your weapon up by 1, which isn't very good. He full caps, he plays Korintor Mage next turn. I beat Korintor Mage with the weapon and the Naga, so I should just, I mean the weapon and the cannon, sorry. We're fine. Okay. So he doesn't play Korintor with full keep, okay. Kabalaki is fine. And then another secret, okay. So one of these should always be runes. We have Buccaneer for the Miscreant activation next turn, which is good. Should play the Naga, see where the shot goes. Base. That's moderately unfortunate. I would probably prefer Kabalaki to get duped. Here we go. So I'm gonna trade like that. Okay. And then go face. If it's Flame Ward, I don't care. Counterspell, okay. That kind of sucks. Counterspell is pretty bad against this deck, or pretty good against this deck, sorry, because a lot of our spells are really crucial to what we want to do in general. Still beatable, but it's just kind of annoying. So we go Buccaneer and Miscreant, hopefully get a Rush Lackey would be really good. Potion of Polymorph, okay. That's engaging. Spell or Titanic. Titanic seems pretty good, and then we just swing into the 3-2. Yeah. Nice. It's actually a pretty good outcome. The Polymorph was like really bad for him too, so kind of weird. So my Dynamite is good. I went to the gym and now I'm here. Oil, so that could be Counterspell, right? Oil is still like obscenely broken here though, so I mean. Here we go. It makes that 0 mana. Do we care about the buff? Kind of. Maybe try to take something for 1 mana off this. Just go start with this. I mean, like, sure. Plays around it. It's a dupe. I would rather the Valet be dupe because he doesn't have a secret in hands. It's fine. Just clear the board. If he doesn't have a secret, then this 3-3 goes face or trades into the 2-3, so this should be good. I think giving him the secrets is a lot worse for us than letting that damage. Okay, all enough, so we just have to raise him now. That's fine. Why no more Big Priest? It's just not very good right now. That's all really. There's nothing like super crazy to it. Big Priest is just kind of a weak deck at the moment. I mean, I don't even think playing this is really that good here, just because he plays Flame Ward almost every time on average, right? He'll have drawn 17, so I mean, Flame Ward should come down basically every time.
The future is ours. You're not ready for this. Behold,
Secret Mage is in a new deck. Well, Secret Mage got like 6 new broken cards, right? That are really strong in it. So I mean, I think it makes sense. The deck got a lot of new tools that are all really powerful, so I mean. It's, if I want a coin flip, I win. Could be Counterspell too, I guess. I should still probably go for the coin flip play though. Moderately unlucky, amigos. So he kills me here, I win. I'm gonna say on average we die though. If I had to place a bet, I would say we're probably dead here. He's got 8 mana. Trades 1, 5 damage plus 12. Maybe not, maybe not. Yeah, I mean, we might just win. My hand is full. The 5 damage weapon.
I'm late.
It's possible to win.
We have many.
One nice thing about this matchup is they don't run Frostbolts anymore, so they don't get a freeze your face, which is good. Ice Block and dead. Fortunately, not too many of them run Ice Block. Fortunately, not too many of them run Ice Block. That being said, though, not too many of them play Potion of Polymorph either, so I mean, it's kind of up in the air, right? He could be one of those guys.
Behold the tools of creation. I'm late. Behold the tools of creation.
Revel in the power.
Played Amigo.
My hand is full.
Here we go.
GG. Polymorph 4-2, huh? This guy's deck is tricked out. I really don't like Luna in that deck, I don't know. I feel like Stargazer Luna is just almost always bad.
Valera versus Thrall. For Doomhammer.
Watch your.
Another Shaman. Yeah, good hand though. Good hand. We keep everything. It's perfect. It's actually like almost just ideal. Do I live in a society? Yes. I live in a society. Probably Quest. Maybe Murloc. First Myra's draw today too. It's been like an hour. It's the first one. Probably save coin. Probably just prep raiding party next turn. It's fine. It's like better to do it this way, I think, because you could also draw a 1-drop and play the 1-drop first, so you don't draw patches from the party. Okay. Yeah, nice. You just do like this. 1-drop. Clean.
Job done.
Our Dread is 1 mana? It could actually be 0.
That's incredible.
It's incredible. That Squelch is incredible.
You belong to the bog now.
Don't know about that Bog Slosher, but okay. I dig it. Kingsbane, Deadly.
Here we go.
Treat into that. It's plus 2/2, right? Yeah, so he's a 2/4 healing totem. Moderately annoying. Naga kind of deals with it though. I might have to like hold the weapon and just play Myra's really early so I can get the weapon again if I don't draw another way to like re-get it. Myra's is always a weapon refresh because you just play Myra's and then 1 card from your hand and then Kingsbane always goes back to the bottom of your deck. It's one of the reasons why the card's so good in this list. I should just play the 5/4, do not. We basically have all the good cards too. It's like kind of just a nut draw. Where we have like double oil, deadly, and like just another weapon buff. So we kind of just go face over and over again.
I see.
Come on, man. Really? Like, really, dude? You gotta do that? I'm gonna just play Miscreants to make Devolvers. I think with double oil I still swing face because I have the dagger next turn for the oils. So this still makes sense to me. He has to like clear the board and heal, which usually doesn't happen, so you can just like oil and then do 4 face, and then you only need 2. So you should be fine with that.
We're gonna be rich.
I'm gonna win.
Oh, that's a good draw at least. Can't complain about that.
Here we
I do have to kill that. Yeah, I don't. I mean, like, he is Zola and stuff, but he just plays Shutterwalk anyways, right? The problem with the Reno is, like, he just gets another one when he plays Shutterwalk the second he draws that. It's really not that great, and we'd probably lose to it every time, but that's fine. So Rockbiter weapon stick on Kingsbane. Rockbiter weapon doesn't affect weapons, it affects your hero. It gives your hero 3 power. So you can sap Thorson, you can replay it and you can kill him. Sure. I'm fully expecting a Shutterwalk, by the way. Which kind of sucks because then I won't be able to play Unstable Element like Myra's because he gets low tab. Which isn't very good. Myra's? Not that turn, no. We want to oil that turn and do more damage. Okay, so he's not playing Shutterwalk. I need Tamira's probably this turn, coming now, to get the weapon again. Volcano, and I guess with Tauntaun. I have a lot of outs into that with Myra's. You literally draw whatever 8 cards, right? Okay. Deckhand. We can just play Myra's and then do the deckhand for fun. Cool, good game.
Here we go.
It's like a slightly above average Pana. Probably more than slightly above average. Because we get the double W in the Myra's. But that's like ideally how you play this deck. That was, yeah, just like a good example of one of like the most ideal Panas you could have had, I guess. Priest is usually a good class for this deck to play against.
The light shall bring victory.
Watch your back.
I think I'd probably just keep 1 cannon. You can honestly like maybe keep 2, but they play Shadow Ward Horror usually. Shiny Finder's good. Pretty average curve, like Shiny Finder in 2, cannon plus the weapon on 3, and then Naga on 4. I can probably deck on 1, does a lot of damage. Maybe you argue it's better like reactively against Priest. I think I could agree with that argument. Because I'm usually not wanting to deal with stuff like Cleric if he plays it. Like Cleric, Coin Power Ward, then I'd be kind of in a bad spot. Whereas like this should do better into that. Penance, okay. It's also better with this combo when you get that to go off. Cool. Okay, so we go Cannon, Kingsbane. We go Naga on curve, and then we go Deckhand, Oil. That's ideal. Coin Vargoth. So I don't even think we want to kill that, really, to be honest. I think every point of damage matters at this point, so we're just going to go face, because we have ways to redraw the weapon. The thing about it is he's just gonna res 2, right? That's why I don't care about killing 1. Because he just like I really wish he had no cannon shots at it because he just doesn't have any, it's 2 of them. And then from this point on we kinda just lose the game. This card is definitely what I would consider Barnes 2.0. But yeah, you just hope that he doesn't draw well, and you know, we do what we're good at. Which is exactly just that. Hitting him in the head. So he doesn't have Greater Healing Potion, and then we're probably okay. Imagine not killing Vargoth. I mean, if you can explain to me why it's better to kill it, then like, we can talk, but I don't really see it. So our board's cleared. I don't think I can even swing here, it's kind of weird. Maybe you just need to do this at this point, to be honest.
So many options.
I feel like this is probably better to do this turn. It's just like losing damage on this is kind of bad. Thought there's probably okay at this point. Leaving him with 1 is probably okay. I need to do the 5 face,
Here we go.
I think we always have to do the 5 face.
Job done.
I like to do this when I have like 8 or 9 mana, or maybe I draw like a prep and then it's better. Because I need to be able to like sap something and kill him the same turn, I think, or we're just gonna lose. It's Kingsbane tier 4. Imagine reading tier lists. XD. Got the prep. I can sap that and he can't play yet. But I don't have a sap.
Feed the fish, lover.
So I prep Myra's and then I draw sap. Two saps. 2 saps is better than 1. Cool.
I'm out of cards.
So we sap, we go face.
Here we go.
Winnable game. Assuming he doesn't have healing, obviously, but I mean, it's winnable.
free of that blasted tower! Ha-ha!
Drink up the eye!
Here we go.
Blood and blood.
You sometimes win here. I beat 2 damage, right? And I have a sap, so. We also just have cards, which is pretty nice.
Warriors of the frozen waste.
Happy Hollows Ends. Cool. So Myra's is good when you get 2 saps, believe it or not.
Here we go.
It's kind of like the Big Priest matchup in a nutshell. You stop their big stuff, kill them. It's basically it. They heal a lot, you do a lot of damage. So one of the nice parts about this deck is like your weapon just stays, right? You get the buffs and you can keep it.
Valera versus Jaina!
You asked for it. Watch your back.
Fast keys are nice. I guess mage should keep the cannon in party. So I think so far for my recommendation to be for this deck is just to play for fun. It's not a very good ladder list. It was one a lot of you guys wanted me to go over, probably because when you're playing it yourself, you're not having too much success, which is understandable, I'll tell you that.
Of course it's the right way.
Because I think, especially at lower ranks, 2 of the most popular decks. Okay, well, I mean, we can't draw that from Raiding Party now, so that's fine. Let's prep the Raiding Party. Hopefully get a Buccaneer or something. Cool, got the Buccaneer. Especially at lower ranks, what you're going to be queuing into a lot of time is Seeker Mages and Mech Paladins, and I don't think you can do too well against either of those decks with this list, unfortunately. So, it's usually not explosive burns or anything. We should coin first, just see if it's counterspell. Do that. Do this, and do this, and then probably play ladder if you can. Well, maybe do. Block is the most average outcome there. Okay, probably block. But I wouldn't really recommend laddering with it. If you want to mess around and have some fun, it's definitely a cool deck to do that with, but it would not be one that I would say you should pick up and go ladder. Just because I think even if you play the deck really, really well, you're still going to have a lot of issues in some of the more popular matchups you're going to play against. But if you do queue into a lot of Snip Snap Warlock, it's definitely a deck that can do well. So that's like something to keep in mind. Is that it's
Here we go.
at least an okay counter in that deck. I'm missing this is never Flame Ward, by the way. I definitely could have just like gone face first and checked, but
Here we
I think
go.
that the assumption that it's not Flame Ward is perfectly fine. Never mind, it's a terrible assumption. I am an idiot. Quest Seeker Mage does run that, I guess. Or Quest Reno Mage, sorry. Cool. Yeah, that was really great. Flamewaker ping? Okay. That's a very bad Flamewaker, very optimistic from him. Fortunately, we're going to be able to punish that. It's our only Flamewaker too, so that's quite nice. Amazing, thank you. Thank you so much. Imagine thinking Rogue won't have 1 damage. So the Rock, Paper, Scissors meta? I don't know if I'd say it's a Rock, Paper, Scissors meta. I think that it's just not that interesting because it's a Snip Snap meta, that's all. But I wouldn't really call it Rock, Paper, Scissors. It's a little bit different. Just take the coin flip with the patches, just do that. Cool, you want the coin flip? I'd probably just go face, it's fine, just do some damage. There's nothing really wrong with losing the weapon. I don't really have any issues with that, just getting rid of it's fine. Just Flame Strikes or plays like something from one of the 2 cards that he drew. Maybe jams a Demon or Reno. Reno for 17 is definitely good, so you can minion on curve. Suffers into Shadow or Death. Or actually BGH, right? BGH, okay, so he has a 3-2 and a 4-2. Okay. We have cards that give us cards that deal 2 damage for 1 mana, which is good.
I've got the beast in myself.
5 mana BGH Omega Lol. I don't know if I want to do this deck, so I'm kind of close to killing him. Maybe just do that. I don't think they run a lot of taunts, right? So we make him overdraw one as well, which is kind of big.
My hand is too full.
Yeah, it's a moderately big overdraw. That's a card that insta wins this matchup, so yeah, it's kind of good. Not bad. I'll take that every time. Hey, Blumsky, how you doing, man? Is Quest Arena Mage a thing? Yeah, it's a pretty strong deck. Personally, not a big fan of it. I don't really like anything to do with the Mage Quest. I think it's a super unfun card. But it's a good deck, though. I will say that. It's hard to disagree with the fact that it's a good deck, for sure. Hopefully we get like a raiding party. Oil. Could do the daring escape thing too. That's a lot of value here. I think oil is probably the pick for whenever we draw the weapon. Just makes the most sense, I think. Play the lackey, see what we get. Spellpart card. Buccaneer, Dagger, Abyss, trade, and go face. We're about to get Flame Strike and Cry. That is how life goes. I could play Titanic Lackey on my 1/4 to play around that. I don't think it's worth it though. Okay.
Amazing.
My board is white. How do we deal with this? Board white. Blizzard. That's a creative way to clear the board. Okay. Kabbalist Tome. Okay, you just get the weapon here every time. Good players always get the weapon here. Good player. Good player here. So we do this, we equip the big kid weapon. And then we probably play a Deadly Poison. Then we probably play some Dread cards for 0 mana. And we probably play a Deckhand card. These animations are really... I didn't want to play that. I wanted to play the deckhands. I was gonna hover it and say that I didn't want to play it, but I guess I have to play it. And then he AoEs, and then I don't get my my extra 8 damage of that, or 6, I guess. So then, I mean, we still have lethal with the Abyss, so it's fine. But that was interesting. I guess Myra's does that sometimes. Ah, Bull Fram Shield. Okay, exactly what we wanted to queue into here. Perfect. Perfect. So I don't win the game here then. Actually, if we sap 1, do we win? Probably not even, right? If we sap a bull, if we get 12 damage from those. We might if it lines up well. We should try. So we go face. Yeah, we won. GG. Both blocks the damage you do over lethal, so you actually have to do that one. Actually, I could have just gone face for 6 and then 3, then 19 face, so I could have done that a little bit better. Good game though. Killing the Flamewaker was really big, and the sap was obviously huge, right? If you played Jaina, I mean, that was probably a different game.